Hey everyone, Tara here. No video of my face this evening as it is pitch black outside. Thank you, time change. And I lost all my natural lighting, thankfully, to Comcast's taking my internet down for a couple of hours this evening. But I wanted to give you a sneak peek of my schedule tonight for a couple of reasons. One is I've heard from a lot of people it's super helpful if they see or do similar work as me. Now, I am a private practice owner. I am 90% telepractice currently, and I only see students with social cognition and executive functioning difficulties. So you'll see those three facets of my professional life feeding into my schedule. But also for people who maybe see a different clientele or in a different setting than me, a lot of people just like to see what it looks like filled in and how I fill in my schedule. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek right now, but later on, you'll actually be able to get the PDF in my blog. So you'll get my whole schedule if you so desire. So right now on the screen, you'll see what my schedule looks like. Now you'll see at the top in each box, I put in the code. This is for a lot of reasons. One, in case I want to relook up what the session is. That's important. But secondly, I can't fit full titles into this. I could if I want to make all these changes and edits. I don't want to. So I put that in just so that I can also look it up if I don't exactly remember what the session's about based on my little note-taking of the title here. And then I also always put where the session is located. So you'll see that in each of these. Remember earlier I talked about I like to have multiple options. So depending on where I'm standing or maybe just what I want to hear more of now. Maybe I've heard enough on one topic and I decide to go to my option 2 or option 3 because I'm ready to hear something different for my next session. So these are all the sessions that I'm really looking forward to on Thursday. Thursday was really difficult because every time chunk had at least 4 or 5 sessions that I was extremely interested in. So I've got a lot of different ones here that I'm really looking forward to. It's really hard for me to pick just one on Thursday that I'm looking forward to the most. But if I really had to, then I would say this 1009. I love 2-hour sessions that are on a topic that I'm really passionate about because that means it's going to be really packed with a lot of information usually. Fingers crossed. Now, I have no experience with this specific speaker, but the topic is my students exactly. That's social cognition and executive functioning. That's what I do. I realize at this level, is probably more aligned with what I do. And I've also realized that I really like the learner outcomes. Some of these tell me that I'm going to hopefully get some new ideas to try some new things when I get back to my clients the following week. Friday was another one of those days where there was a ton of things I wanted to see and do, and just not enough time in the day, and they all happened to overlap. So I've got a lot of really fun ones on here. Of course, I'm super looking forward to speaking. It's one of my favorite things to do at ASHA is talk. This year, I definitely scaled back a lot. I'm only going to be doing 1 talk this time and a lot more networking. Last year, I did 4 talks in 3 days, and that was exhausting. But this Friday during ASHA, I'm really looking forward to a lot of these great talks. But if I had to pick one other than my own, I would definitely pick session 1327. Again, it's that 2-hour time chunk, so I really look carefully when I pick a 2-hour session to make sure it's something that's really at the level at which I need instruction or support in, and also on a topic where I really am hungry for more information. Now, I don't know about you, but every year, no matter what I do, my clients keep getting older. I used to say I only did preschool. Then I only did preschool and early elementary. Now I'm all the way up to saying I see middle schoolers too because they keep getting older. So this is going to be a really great session, I hope, because not only is it at that intermediate instruction level again, but it's going to be covering that grade 6 through 12 and critical thinking. Another thing that a lot of my clients need with that social cognition and executive functioning delay, but also something I could also use some new ideas and new ways of thinking about it. And the final day of ASHA, when your brain's about to explode and you're not sure you can contain any more information. I'm one of those people who wants every last bit. So I go all the way through to the last session to make sure that I can get every bit and piece of information. And you know what? Those 4 o'clock sessions, I have found the absolute biggest gems in a lot of the time. So I want to make sure that I go all the way to the end and catch every little bit of information I can. That's why I make sure I never fly out until Sunday, because I want to stay there all the way to the evening, hit the closing party, and really get every last moment I can out of ASHA. Now, again, this day has a lot of great information and a lot of great critical thinking talks and theory of mind talks. But the one I'm looking forward to the most is session 1655. Now, I'm a little bit biased in this one in that I have had the wonderful privilege of seeing all of these ladies in action at the Temple Grandin School here locally. I've done a little bit of consulting out there, a lot of observations out there, and just absolutely love their work. And so I am really excited to hear them speak. Amy Thrasher is an amazing professor at the University of Colorado at Boulder. Jen is the executive director for the Temple Grandin School. So I'm really looking forward to what I've seen in action, hearing them actually present on it and talk a lot more about that thinking behind it. And they're just fantastic speakers. I've had the privilege of hearing them speak at the autism conference a couple months ago, so I'm really looking forward to this one. But again, extremely biased. So there's the sneak peek of my schedule. You can download the whole schedule as a PDF off of my blog, and I hope this helps, and see you later for even more tips and tricks as we get even closer to ASHA 15.